So this is a different video about my experiences going on a phone detox I've decided either 1 week or 2 weeks. I think it will probably be 2 weeks. And these are the rules I've made for myself. And I've decided to do this because I was inspired from a video about, other people trying a phone detox and talking about the benefits and saying how it's made them relax more and be more intentional about their use of technology. Not to demonize technology and say, oh, it's totally bad, we shouldn't use it. But it's like, I had to be honest with myself and think, if I am scrolling for hours sometimes, like 3 hours, which is crazy, on places like TikTok, YouTube, and this is why and how I feel like the time flies so fast. Whereas before, because I grew up in the 2000s and we had actually I didn't own even a flip phone or any kind of phone until I was 11 years old. And I remember how simple and amazing life felt before I had a phone. I'm not even joking. I just had a TV, a computer, and yeah, that was about it. And I could talk about that forever, but I don't think it's just because, I was a kid back then. Of course, I would feel a lot more happier and I would feel that I have more free time. But I think it was more than that. I was actually going outside. I was riding my bike or on my scooter. I was reading books. I was doing a lot of things offline, I would like to call it. And when I would use the computer, it would mostly be to play games like those Nitro or Miniclip flash games, basically. Or it was to search up specific things. But I would never use the internet mindlessly the way I have been doing since I got a smartphone, which I'd say probably at 15 or 16 years old. Probably, actually, no, earlier, maybe 14 years old, yeah. And from there, it's gone downhill. But yeah, I'm currently recording this. I'm on day 2, the start of day 2 of my phone detox, and already I'm feeling the difference. So these are the list of rules that I've written out for myself. I plan to not go in cold turkey and just put the phone away completely altogether, because that will be very challenging. So I plan to just slowly get to that point. So the rules, okay, day 1 and 2, I'm still allowed to watch videos as long as it's long form, which long form is more than 10 minutes of a video, but no more than twice a day. Otherwise, I'd spend all day, and I say I'm allowed to watch videos. These are rules that I've set for myself for this challenge, by the way. And after day 2, no social media at all, no scrolling whatsoever, including YouTube videos. And even though I can't watch anything on YouTube or anywhere like that, I'll still be posting videos, just no scrolling and wasting my time. And the general rules are, I will use my phone, of course, for setting alarms for any texts and calls, watching TV, but I just have to be very intentional about it, and music as well is allowed. So I've written about my experiences so far going on a phone detox, and this is day 1. And yeah, the first thing I dealt with was so much boredom. I just felt very bored, and the phone addiction was really coming out because I was just sort of like itching for my phone back, and the way I used to normally use it. Whenever I would, like, let's say, look at the TikTok icon or something, I would just want to click on it, but I can't do that for the challenge, right? And yeah, I want to basically overcome my phone addiction for real. So yeah, so I've written down my main experience really was boredom, but at least I noticed some benefits which I've written down about. For the first time in a very long time, I felt that time itself was moving a lot slower. Because before, I was going through my days and it would be the morning, and then so quickly it would be the afternoon or night. The day would just be over like this. But maybe it's because I've constantly on my phone all day. So yeah, I recolored my hair caramel brownish. I can't figure out the color, but yeah. I cooked some spicy pasta soup. It was meant to be inspired by noodles, but I didn't have noodles. I used spaghetti instead, and had some beef. I watched a couple of YouTube videos because it's day 1 and 2 that's allowed, only if I'm very intentional about it, and no more than twice a day. And I read this novel, which I don't know, I'm feeling like in the future I do want to talk about this novel. Like, it's so good. It's called To Have and Have More by Sunny Bell. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but honestly, it's so good. And it's really opened my eyes. But I don't want to get too off track, but I think, yeah, there'll be a video about that. And yeah, I would highly recommend everyone to read this book, especially if you are neurodivergent, or you feel like you might be neurodivergent, or you have had some things happen, like in friendship groups or in social dynamics, that you just couldn't understand why certain people behave the way they do. Yeah, it was a very enlightening book, for real, even though it is fictional, completely fictional. But yeah, the characters are very realistic. Also, I know I didn't write this down, but day 1 and now day 2, I have really started to feel a lot less anxious, and I've felt like I'm starting to really enjoy my life again, for real. Like, it doesn't feel like time is just quickly passing. It feels like I've actually got my life back just by doing this, and this is just day 2. So yeah, okay, that's all I have now. So if I have anything different to discuss tomorrow on day 3, I'll write it down on my journal and start talking like this.